Give it up.
Hey, who's having a good day?
Here we go.
I'm glad to hear it. Hey, thank you so much. On behalf of all the fans, thank you so much. I, however, am slightly disappointed you didn't roll out here on the motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
We were hoping to be in the sidecar,
Hoping
actually.
to see a motorcycle.
Will it be my dog in the sidecar?
That's exactly
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be great. If we could arrange that next time, that'd be awesome.
Yes,
Thanks.
ma'am. I'll work
Who
on
would want to
that.
ride on Tyler Hynes' motorcycle?
A little sidecar action. There you
Just
go.
if you ever wanted to, create an excursion at the next con. It's just an idea. We're workshopping
Just an
it.
idea. We can workshop it.
We're
for
full of
you.
ideas.
We'll have to find a rental. Maybe I'll make that a thing. Is somebody rent
Do
me a
they do
motorcycle?
an Uber situation that's a
That would be a
motorcycle?
great idea.
Wouldn't it be?
Oh, I
Wouldn't
would
it?
love that.
Would love to know, you've been at this for a while.
Yes, sir.
Doing these types of Christmas movies, Hallmark movies, the whole 9 yards. What keeps you in the game year to year and keeps you in this particular genre and keeps you coming back to events like this and connecting with fans the way you do?
It's folks like yourself who seem to be very invested in these movies, who seems to really appreciate what they do for them and how it meets them in their lives. And very early on, at the very, very beginning of this process, I made a choice of okay, I can kind of be here and maybe be cute and make doe eyes at this person, or I can try to really figure this thing out and see if I have something to offer and see if that has any value at the other end. And I found through meeting so many of you that it does. And that has become the biggest motivation for what I do, and certainly the biggest inspiration for how I enter these roles or these movies or these sets. It's become a huge component of what I do, which I didn't have that opportunity before, to be able to have audience members react almost in real time. We make these movies so quickly, they come out so quickly. It's something that is constantly coming through my brain. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, go for that.
I use this.
Yeah,
I have
use
double
that
the
one.
fun.
Double the fun.
Okay. So sometimes the Hallmark genre can be perceived as a guilty pleasure. I'm not saying we agree, but it can be. What is your current guilty pleasure watch on television? It could be a reality TV. I'm a Big Brother fan. Any Big Brother
Drama,
fans in the house? No.
crime show.
Yeah.
What are you watching in
Left
your
to your own
downtime
devices,
these
what would
days?
you turn on?
I mean, I go back to this. You guys ever seen Cosmos? It's a documentary series with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
And it's all about scientists and influential people who've changed the trajectory of our planet and the history of our planet. And I have watched, it's only got 2 seasons. I've watched both of them probably 1,000 times through.
You're a diehard fan. Yeah.
I revisit it all the time.
That's your comfort show then.
It's my comfort show.
Okay.
And I constantly revisit it. And I recently discovered on the last movie I did, my wardrobe artist, she worked on that series. And I don't get starstruck by anybody, but I was so starstruck by her, and I made her promise that if they do a 3rd season, that she'll invite me back to help dress Neil deGrasse Tyson.
There you go. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
right?
We would love to see that.
So what is it about that show? What is it about that kind of escape that you feel like that resonates with you?
There's a wonder to it. I feel like more than ever, we don't have enough wonder in the world, or at least I don't have enough places to go for that feeling. Like Forrest Gump kind of had that feeling
Right?
of wonder. There's a cinema, there's a music, there's just a sort of wonder of the world and human beings and our place in it and our stories. That word, I feel like, has lost a place in the culture, I feel, and Hallmark does it pretty well. Honestly, I want to do it more, and a lot of that has to do with the score and the cinema of making it. I think we have that kind of wonder a bit in our storytelling, but in how we package it, I personally would like a little less sort of like bing bong music, like cheery
What
music.
is that? Big
Do you know what I'm
bong
saying?
music.
You know, we all have the same scores in these movies where it's like beep, boop, 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 boop. And you're like, yeah, cute. And you're like, yeah, it's good. But like, I want something that feels a little more cinematic, that feels, that makes you wonder
Creates
and
that
marvel.
emotion, that rise and
Yeah,
fall.
and I think there's a hesitancy because it's a safe place where you don't want to feel too much emotion. My personal feeling and how I've approached this stuff and the way that I act and the way that I'm producing them is I think there's a very fine line you can walk where I think wonder is beautiful. I think romance is beautiful. And I don't think it needs to be too emotional, but I think it's like emotion heightening that I'm interested in. So personally, that's what I want to see more of, and that's where I go to as like my comfort food.
I love that. You know, we have seen in recent years more creativity in this genre. They are really trying to change up the game in the way these films are produced, the way we're telling these stories, and using some new mechanisms. Where would you like to see this genre go in the future?
I'm really glad you feel that way, first of all. Thanks.
Yeah, it really does feel. I mean, could we agree? These movies, they're not the same kind of stereotypical movies
We're
that you maybe thought
elevating.
5,
We're
10 years ago, right?
evolving.
We're growing.
Yeah.
Good,
Pushing the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah, I think just more of that, you know what I mean? My interest is trying to see how I can help lend myself to the conversation, be in service of this audience. Again, I listen to what impacts you all, and I certainly try to take a little bit of initiative on my part to even give you something that you may not realize is also on deck. I think that's important for us to do, is to very much listen to everybody, but also have the courage to go, what else can we add that people didn't even know was a possibility?
So is that the kind of process you're going through when you're reviewing scripts and reviewing your options to see if this is something that aligns with your personal interests? I mean, clearly you probably have plenty of options, right? And you kind of, I would think, get to pick and choose the projects that you want to work on. Are you assessing scripts for that kind of stuff when you're looking at things?
Well, the thing is it's not as, I wish things were as clear and logical as that sounds. We make, in any endeavor, whenever you get under the hood, it's always a little bit of a messy experience. And we try to do the best we can with what we have. When it comes to what we're talking about here, there are times where I can maybe find a script that feels like it's doing that, but more often than not, I feel like it's a longer road where I got to sort of initiate it with friends of mine and collaborators and try to provide opportunities for writers, because there's so many really talented people who I think have so much more they want to offer, and I'm trying to facilitate that opportunity for them as best I can. Writers like Paul and Kim and Russell Hainline and you know, Julie Sherman Wolfe and Nina Weinman. Like, these are really talented people who I think if I can do anything for anybody and be of service, it's take whatever trust I may have built with this audience and try to usher in an opportunity for someone else to really do their best work in a way that it's going to be fulfilling for them. And so that's what I'm in pursuit of, to try to keep nudging things in the right direction so that we can continue to be very proud of these movies, I hope. Whenever somebody says, you know, I got my husband to watch it, it's a good thing, you know? When you guys feel ownership and pride in this little corner of the world that you occupy and adore, it gives me great pride to be able to create that opportunity for you. It's truly my greatest joy is to be in service of your guys' lives.
Yeah.
So it really seems like the Hallmark actress community is very tight-knit. Either y'all are really good actors, or that seems like you all genuinely like each other. So is there anyone who you haven't gotten to act alongside with yet that you would love, like, jump at the opportunity to act alongside?
Good.
The spicier question would have been, is there anybody you hate?
That's the follow-up, right?
That's right.
Exactly. That's if we have time. I'll get to that one. Yeah.
I think Kimberly Susted is a talent and a force.
She's on my Mount Rushmore.
We're
Anybody
not
else?
worthy. We love some Kimberly
Yeah.
Sested.
Yeah, and selfishly, I would love to do a movie with her, but I know that my brethren would be jealous. And so I think what I would love to see is for Kim to really have a big part, to be one of, you know, of a 4-person movie with me, Paul, Andrew, and Kim. This would be my dream.
So you
Who
have to
would
bring
watch
them
that,
along too.
right?
Yeah, well, but they've had their own movies. Surely you could swing one in with her.
You think just me and Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you want to see that?
I would love to see that. Would you
Okay.
all love to see that? Maybe the other boys can sign a waiver and let her out for the weekend and act alongside you. We can hope.
Give her a little bit of a break. Yeah. So obviously, a lot of folks know you for the more recent stuff, The Way Wiser Men, that sort of stuff. What, from your catalog, do you think is perhaps the movie that you're really proud of that you don't think gets enough attention out there?
Underappreciated.
Underappreciated. Yeah.
Josh can go first while you think. Because you like one that's not a Christmas movie, but
Yeah,
I do
Yeah, a
feel-
Do you
portrait
have
of her.
one? A picture of her?
Picture of her,
Left-
yes.
Anybody have a picture of her? Love that movie.
I think it's a great movie, yeah.
It's a great movie.
I think so.
We were talking about that earlier today.
Needs
and
more
I think
love.
it Needs more love, yeah.
Oh, I love that. You know, one thing that I find really fortunate and lovely, and it doesn't seem to be like a kindness, it seems to be a genuine feeling, everybody kind of has their own. I actually get a really, I'm always surprised in some of the answers people give, and it's kind of across the board. There are definitely some favorites. It Was Always You is something that people really adore. Wise Men people adore. Chiefs is obviously a big movie. But everybody kind of has their own. Like our CEO, Mike Perry, he loves A Picture of Her. Mm-hmm. He's like, that motorcycle one with the camera. And I was like, yeah, that's the one. He's like, I love that movie. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So it really is sort of, I love how unique it is to that individual who's watching it and how it finds them. I think that's really beautiful, because I think if it was the other way, where there's always ones that people loved and other ones that people neglected, it would probably encourage me to approach the work differently.
Yeah.
But I go, okay, like sometimes I'll make these movies where I go, okay, because we get them in different shapes. You know what I mean? Like Picture Her, it was a good movie, but it needed some work. And you could have a great script that the people you collaborate elevated and it turns into a lovely thing that you didn't expect. Or you can have a great script that sort of falls apart in the process.
Yeah.
Or you have a great script that's well executed by everybody involved, but for some reason it doesn't quite resonate. So you never really know what you're getting. But again, this audience finds its way into my approach, and everybody kind of having their own, it gives me courage at times to go, you know what? Let's just go do this. Let's see how it turns out. It might be fun. It allows me also to make a choice, which I love to make, which is I get to make it. I do these movies for reasons that I like. The why is really important to me. There's one of the folks who runs Hallmark, his name's Darren. Him and I talk about this a lot, and it's the why. It's very important to us. And, you know, like for instance, this Christmas movie with Aaron, at a certain point of deciding what I was going to do, I know a lot of folks wanted to see us reteam, but I really just wanted to see her play this character and this role. I think it's really dynamic and wonderful for her, and so selfishly, I just wanted to see her do it live.
Yeah, love that.
We're excited. Now, in your role in Three Wise Men and a Baby, you were a gamer. Okay, so I have a very important question. Do you game, bro?
Do I game, bro?
Do you game,
Do you even
bro?
game, bro?
Bro, I game.
Yeah.
I haven't
Please
gamed in a
elaborate.
while. Yeah. I've enjoyed a few games in my time. There used to be late night beer drinking, cigarette smoking, multiple gaming systems, playing Call of Duty Zombies until 5 in the morning as a young man. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but it's what I did. I haven't played video games in a while, though. But I love a good arcade. But yeah, there was some gaming for a while.
Well, my house, we worship Mario Kart. So maybe we can have a Mario Kart live stream sometime. I'm just
Classic.
thinking,
I love
like,
this
get
idea,
some other
right?
actors on. Anybody else play Mario Kart? Banana peels, shells? Yeah,
Yes.
you feel me. I'm a Toadette girl personally, but that's neither here nor there.
There you go. Tyler, thank you so much for the time.
Yes,
Our
sir.
time is up with you. But before we go, Jennifer has been handing out bracelets. Did anyone get a bracelet from Jennifer today?
Yay!
So, of course, we got to make sure you have one as
I
well.
did not make them. Amazon did. But
Amazon made
full
them.
disclosure, I did not make them, but I
But the
bought them and
sentiment
somebody
is
made them.
nonetheless
Yes, we
really there.
consider you one of our dear friends now, and we hope you feel the same.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you
Tyler
so very
Tyler
much.
Hynes. Thank
Let's
you,
give it up for
everybody.
these guys.
I'm Jennifer. This is Josh. We're Do You Watch What I Watch? We're on YouTube and podcast platforms everywhere.